Hey, folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we are going to return to the REO brothers, the Filipino band that does amazing covers of the Beatles and many other amazing bands, such as the Bee Gees, Dire Straits, the Eagles. The list goes on and on. Today we're looking at a Beatles cover, I Am the Walrus. This came out just about 2 years ago. It says premiered May 29, 2024. So it's actually one of the newer ones that we've seen, I believe, but definitely looking forward to this. We are both fans of the song, having grown up as Beatles fans and also enjoying both psychedelia and studio experimentation and all the stuff that's in this song, really. So definitely looking forward to seeing them doing this live. I mean, they're going to be in their studio space, but they're going to be performing it live. And so that's going to be a challenge. So I look forward to watching them do it. So, Adrian, do you have any thoughts ahead before we look at this?
Well, they've been able to cover songs pretty faithfully. I wonder how they're going to pull this one off, because it's really got some, the original version's really got some fancy stuff in it.
It does. There's a lot happening. So I imagine they're going to be using that split keyboard again. That's one way they get a lot done on stage live, is the one keyboard with like 2 or 3 patches at once. So this part of the keyboard is whatever, tuba. This part is organ. This part is whistle, or whatever it is, So, and they do that very, very well. Actually, they do it better than anybody I've seen, because often there'll be 2 people at the keyboard at the same time. We'll see what happens here. But
Yeah.
okay, well, let's check it out. We'll talk about it afterwards.
All righty.
Take one.
All right, very impressive there, Adrian. What were your thoughts looking at that?
First inventive way to end the song.
Yeah.
That's the way they did it. Yeah.
Anytime you've got a song that you're going to perform live, you have to work out a way to end it. And my guess is they probably wanted to perform it live, so they came up with that ending. And yeah, I agree. Very well done.
Yeah. Also, another thing I know, excellent sounds on the keyboards, and just all the vocals were awesome. The lead and the backing vocals were all top notch.
Totally. I totally agree. Also noticed the level of complication there was in there because, we've talked about songs before and how they tend to vary a little bit within each section. Even if you go verse, chorus, that second verse is going to be a little different than the first one. And you could hear that throughout this song. There kept being little changes, little things that differentiated each verse. This is kind of an interesting one because they don't have a normal, like the kind of a chorus you would come to expect where you would ramp up to it. You know how a lot of songs will have a verse, then they'll have something just before the chorus going into it, like a pre-chorus kind of a thing. Then you get the chorus. And then this song isn't anything like that. It's got the verses. And that's not unusual. There are a lot of songs like that. This particular song, too, I know that John Lennon was getting annoyed at the critics for trying to deconstruct every lyric that the band wrote. And so John's like, I'm just going to throw a bunch of garbage at them and see what they think. So none of those lines connected with each other. They were all separate pieces of whatever, notes, gibberish, what have you. Elementary penguins kicking Edgar Allan Poe. That's that sort of thing. Man, you should have seen them. But really, an excellent job. And playing while doing those wacky vocals, I'm sure that took a lot of practice, especially as they're all singing together. So you can't just wing it, you've got to be dead on with it. So a lot of rehearsal went into that to get it right.
Yeah, the song truly made me think of the video in the movie, the Magical Mystery Tour.
Oh, yeah.
Got me thinking I kept thinking of the original video while listening to this. It's just, it sounds close enough to the real thing to me.
They're very, very good at evoking the Beatles in their performances. And yeah, I agree. They did a stupendous job on this one. That was really good. I was also just watching the keyboard. They did split the keyboard. That is what was going on, just like I was assuming they might do, since there's a lot of keyboards in that thing. We had the kind of the electric piano up top, which was not connected in any way to the Mellotronic strings on the bottom, which also had control of the pitch bend. He kept using the pitch bend of and it didn't affect the other keyboard. They had to figure out how to do that, I'm going to assume, unless there was some way. They probably read the manual. Let's put it that way. They probably broke out the manual, figured out this keyboard to its fullest extent, and now they can do whatever they need to do with it to get the maximum out of their investment, And there are other reasons just to have one keyboard when you could have two. For example, stage space. It's just a whole lot easier to set up and have everybody have enough space on virtually any stage if you bring just one keyboard. And figure out later how everybody's going to stand near it or sit near it or whatever. Yeah, drums too, very Ringo, as we would expect. He's got a lot of experience with that now, and he's very good at it. So.
I kept being ready to hear backwards drums, like on the, other songs on the album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that may be tougher to do live, but I don't think it's impossible anymore. I think they could do it now. But
yeah, it's easy to get a patch, with like a backwards hi-hat or a backwards snare on it. So. Yep.
So, it would be interesting to see them do it sometime in, now, for example, and try to get some of those in there too. But nonetheless, A+ on this one, I would say. Really good job on it. Oh yeah, and the two Rickenbackers, you saw both bass and guitar, hollow body guitar, both Rickenbackers, like a matching set. So that was kind of a nice touch. Any closing thoughts, Adrian?
They just did an awesome job on this song.
Yeah, I agree. Very good. All right. Nice job, guys. Well, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? If there's any other songs you want to suggest to us by REO Brothers, by all means, leave those below. But give your thoughts on this one, too. If there's anything you think we missed, leave that, too. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining us today. We will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.